of things. I was wondering if you're feeling okay. There was a couple of plays that a collision with PG late in the game. It looked like you got banged up. One earlier that looked like you might have pulled something. How are you feeling? And then additionally, you just talked to me about Bojan's defense on Kawhi.
I'm great, no problems. Bojan's defense was, superb. He's been taking that role and taking that challenge. We make jokes with him all the time. We look at Bojan and say we pay you to shoot, but he's giving us both. So, he's accepted, the role of taking that head on. He's going to do what he does offensively, and his energy and his force. And obviously we have Royce and Rudy who are our star defenders. But when you have a guy like Bojan and JC that we're all picking up, that gives us a boost, and that's really what changed the complexion of the game.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Hey Don, so you checked out midway through the fourth, and then some of the other guys start stepping up. Whether it's Joe hitting the layup, Royce hitting the three. Can you just speak to the confidence you have in the other guys as they were able to kind of take things into their hands and go on that momentum shifting run?
I got the utmost confidence in the world. I think we all do. I think the fans, I think y'all do too when y'all see it. We get out there and we're going to have rough stretches. It's going to happen. We missed 21 straight game one, and then we couldn't buy a bucket this game when they went to zone. So it's going to happen. I think the biggest thing for us is our will, and I completely trust my teammates. They trust me to do what I do. So it was no surprise to see them go out there, get stops, score, and then to get us up 10. Joe stepped up big time. Like you said, Bojan stepped up his defense. Royce has been a dog this whole series. We all know Rudy, having 20 boards, but the biggest thing is, man, we could do it collectively. Even when shots aren't falling, and I think that's the biggest thing for us, is continuing to take it step by step. And as far as trust goes, I think we all trust each other to the maximum level, and that's why we play the way we play.
Tony Jones, The Athletic.
What are some of the adjustments? I mean, everybody talks about the team that's down making the adjustments, but what are some of the adjustments that you guys can make heading into game three?
Well, the one that's obvious is that we play against the zone. We got stagnant. It slowed us up, and credit to Ty Lue and the staff for doing that. But, we haven't played against zone in a long time, and for us to just find ways to get into the paint and do what we've been doing. And then on top of that, we weren't getting any stops. So, we got to continue to get stops and do what got us up 21 or 19 or whatever it was. So I think that's really a big thing for us. Continue to move the ball, continue to do what we do. But getting stops is huge. They're a talented team. They're going to hit shots, but the looks they were getting and the way they were getting their buckets, I feel like we can kind of control that a little bit better than we did in that third quarter especially. So we are going to expect heavy pressure from them, physicality like it was tonight, and, just continue to do what we do and get out there.
Matthew Coles, AP.
Besides the zone, it looked like they threw a lot of defensive coverages at you. Was it difficult to diagnose some of that, and how did you overcome it?
No, I think for me, I've said this before, being in the league, I know it's only been 4 years, but you see everything. I've seen every coverage. It's just a matter of me making the right reads. It's about how aggressive they are and physically. You got Pat picking up full court. Not to play with the ball at Pat there. Simple mistakes that I've made myself that I don't make, that I can't make, especially in the playoffs. So I think for me, it's just a matter of finding my guys and us knocking down shots. And, sometimes the shots go in, sometimes they don't. But I think, seeing those different things and expecting them, I kind of knew that coming into the game, they're going to throw different looks. And, they're going to probably do the same thing again in game three. So just got to be ready and watch the film and do what I've instinctively do.
Andy Larson, Salt Lake Tribune.
Donovan, I know you say you're fine, but we see one thing out there, so I have to ask. Is it pain? Is it soreness? Is it your knee? Is it your ankle? Kind of a thigh? Tell me, I guess, what's going on.
I got hit, and it hurt. But I'm fine now. I walked in here. If you want me to sprint for you, I can. I'm good. I think the biggest thing is just, shit happens. Thankful it wasn't bad, and move on and get ready for game three.
Ramona Shelburne, ESPN.
Hey, Dr. Denari. You've talked a lot about this year, about sort of what you learned from the experience last year when you guys were up 3-1, obviously against Denver and stuff. When they make a run in this game, and they actually take the lead there. Does any of that help you there when you're up and you have it, and then all of a sudden they come back?
Yeah,
you sort of know how to dig in there.
Yeah, there's going to be adversity. We're not going to always blow teams out. It's the playoffs. It was great when being up 21, but at the end of the day, they executed like they should. They've been here before. You have guys who've been to the finals, been in the playoffs, have rings, have championships. So this is nothing they haven't seen before. So for us, it's like, okay, they made a run, but how do we counter that? And I give our group, I think when I came out at the 7-minute mark, like that group, going on that run was huge. And I think not just for myself, but as a team, I think we understand how to handle these things, and I think that was what you saw today, tonight. And, I think definitely the experience from the bubble definitely helped. We understood, okay, this is what we're doing. Having flashbacks to certain instances, and we kind of relate. And having the same core group, we know exactly how these things work. So for us, it's continuing to do what we do and understanding they're gonna punch back, and we got to continue to fight and continue to do what we do.
Rebecca Harlow, TNT.
Hey, Donovan, you've talked about how much the game has slowed down for you, and obviously the playoffs are very intense, physical, all that stuff. But, this year with all of the playmakers that you have around you, how much has the pressure kind of also come off of you a bit? Are you having more fun with this team just hooping with these guys, despite the intensity of what these games mean?
Yeah, I think, what I make, one shot in the fourth quarter and like 2 in the second half. Like, I think for me, it's like I don't feel like I have to go out there and do everything. You know what I mean? And I think that's a credit to my teammates. Credit to what we have on this team, because they can go out there and make plays. Everybody has elevated their game each year. So for me, you look at the way Joe came out in the fourth, Bojan, JC. I don't feel like I have to go up there, walk it up, do everything. And there are times where I will have to do that. That's just part of my job. But for me, it's great to have a group of guys that trust you and you trust, and you just go out there and play and have fun. And obviously, it's the playoffs and this is a high intensity series. But at the end of the day, I'm playing the game I love with guys that I really love and enjoy being around. So it makes, like I said, the journey fun. Ups and downs, it's going to keep happening, but we enjoy it. I enjoy it.
David James, KUTV.
Donovan, over the course of your career, you've probably had more big second halves than first halves, but you have had some big first halves. And I'm wondering how much of that is just the flow of the game, the shots come and you get hot, and how much of that is you thinking, now is the time I need to make a mark on the game?
I think tonight was my mindset going forward. Starting off the game strong. I think my lackluster performance in the first half on both ends of the floor was huge. For them, going out there and we got down 13, where it was an uphill battle the whole game. So for me, it was like, okay, I'm gonna make my imprint, and I think tonight was through scoring. Some nights are gonna be getting off the ball, where they blitz me or trap me or whatever. Some nights are maybe like tonight. So that was my mindset. I'm gonna continue to be aggressive and pick my spots, but I think tonight was just kind of like, let's go out there and try to be aggressive, make the right plays, and those are the looks I got. And once you see a few go in, you start to feel good. But at the end of the day, I only took 2 free throws, which I'm pissed about, to be honest with you, because I feel like I could get to the line. I settled for a bunch of jump shots, and at the end of the day, that's really where I pride myself, is being able to make the plays and get it to the free throw line, and I can get my assist numbers up too, for sure.
We're going to go to Jacopo De Francesco from Around the Game, Italy.
Somebody playing good music right now.
Hi, Donovan. Congrats. Which one do you think has been your main point of emphasis on offense tonight?
I think trying to get downhill, but like I said, I didn't get to the free throw line enough. I was able to hit the 3-ball. I was able to hit shots, get into the mid-range, and based on how they were playing, make certain reads. But there are definitely things I can do better. I had 3 crucial turnovers. I pride myself in being able to take care of the ball when the ball's in my hands. So for me, just being aggressive. Tonight it was through the 3-ball. So it was the last game, but trying to get to the rim, trying to create and find those gaps, I think was what I kind of saw in film, and I'm going to continue trying to do.
All right, we have time for one last one. Tim McMahon, ESPN.com.
Donovan, what did you think about them going back or going to their big lineup to start the game, and how much does that kind of present an opportunity for you in terms of attacking and pick and roll with Rudy?
That's kind of what most teams do throughout the league. So I think if there was one defense I would say we're most comfortable with, it would be that probably. So for us, it was just getting back to our roots. They started out small first game, so we worked for that. But like I said, like somebody said earlier, they threw a bunch of looks at us. But for me, it's just like finding ways to continue to be aggressive. You know, I think I hit Big Fella one time on a roll. I got to be able to find him more. You know, be able to find him, be able to find my guys, and you know, they're going to trap me. They're going to do certain things. So I got to be able to make those plays, make those passes. And you know, to start the game, they were dropped. You know, so I went out there and did what I did. But you know, they switched immediately. So it's going to be so many different things you're going to see. And the part of the playoffs is just adjustments. So I got to make adjustments of my own and get ready for it.
All right, thank you so much, Donovan.